Robert in New Albany.
In New Albany. Hey, Robert.
Hey.
Good to have you, brother.
Hey. Yeah, we run dogs for deer.
Uh-huh.
And
go ahead.
what we do is
Have you got your radio on, or are you hearing yourself? Just cut it down a little bit and you can do better.
What we do is we run down in Yalobusha County, Union County, Lafayette County, and the game wardens have warned us to stay off the road trying to cut these dogs off. All right, so what we have done is we've done what they asked, and we have taken our four-wheelers in on a lot of these old roads, and National Forest just came in and started writing us tickets for having our four-wheelers on National Forest. What kind of law is there on having four-wheelers on National Forest?
All right, now, Colonel, that's different regulations, different areas.
That's the Forest Service again in another area, and that law was passed 2 years ago, and this is the U.S. Forest Service regulation. It has nothing to do with Mississippi Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks.
But what is the regulation?
I think you can't have an ATV off of the main travel road, but that's their regulation. Their officers will be the one enforcing that.
In other words, you go down through the gravel roads like we do in Leaf River, you can go down the gravel roads, but when they got that little trail going down there, you can't go down there. So that's a Forest Service rule is what he is saying.
Yeah.
Robert. So maybe we need to get the Forest Service on here and talk to them.
That would probably be a good idea, but they haven't really got out with any laws in their Reader's Digest or anything like that, and yet they're still giving tickets out.
Who's giving the tickets? The Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks or the Forest Service?
It's the Forest Service.
Forest Service give tickets out?
Yeah.
Well, I think that they passed a regulation you have to have a helmet on, too, don't they?
Well, I'm not sure. Now, I know on Foreland, they have a regulation with a helmet on.
Okay.
And what they've done is, we've tried to stay off the roads and, cut our dogs off on, up in the woods before they get to the road. And, unless you just have a lot of people hunting with you, when you got a lot of people hunting, it's a little more dangerous because you got to put them so close together, to cut these dogs off. And then, when they get to the road, we can't even retrieve a deer, with an ATV.
Well, let me ask you this.
That's the Forest Service. Now, the officers, the state officers can't stop you from sitting in that public road and catching that dog when your gun is unloaded and the shell's not accessible. Is that correct?
Right. Correct.
Okay. So you're catching the dog, not shooting the deer.
Right.
Well, you should still be able to be on that public road and catch the dog.
Now you're up north. He's up in your area.
Yeah, he is. Union County and Yalobusha and Lafayette is in my area.
Right. All right. See, the thing is, we went in to retrieve some deer, and when actually there was two ATVs, and they both had a deer on them, and they had 2 or 3 people riding on the fenders, bringing them out. But they wrote a ticket to everybody that was on the four-wheeler, and it was $125 to everyone on the four-wheeler, and they had to send the check or money order to somewhere in North Carolina.
That's right. So that's not the state of Mississippi, and that's not my officer. So, that'd be something that could be addressed with the U.S. Forest Service and or with the a U.S. attorney. Ask them a question, why, whatever. But my officers should not be stopping you from catching the dogs in the road. And then this is something to deal with the U.S. Forest Service.